right. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of Developing Apex Brands, here with your boy, Dwayne, coming from inside of LaGuardia Airport. So it's been a little minute, man. It's been about 2 years since I've been in New York. Last time I came up here was during the pandemic, which would have been January of 2021. The city was still shut down. Things were a lot different, man. So now here we are, 2023. I decided to come back to the city just for the day, do a little day trip. And we're going to go down to Manhattan, Lower East Side, East Village. Probably also go down to Chinatown. We're just going to try some authentic Asian food while we're in the city, man. I'm going to try to find the best Asian dish that I can find, man. I don't know what it's going to be. I don't know where we're going to find it. But we're going to go ahead, hop in an Uber. You know, might even take some public transportation. I don't know. I might be a New Yorker this week. But, you know, we'll see. I'll be checking back in with you guys shortly. And, yeah, man, let's go make it happen, man. Asian food all day today. Let's get it. So we're inside the airport, getting ready to walk to ground transportation so we can get up out of here. But looks a little bit different than last time I was here. A lot more lively, a lot more people. The city is back to normal, guys, man. This is not pandemic New York, man. I'm happy. As you can see, the diversity of people here in New York is amazing, man. I love it. You never know who you're going to see here, man. People from all over the world come to New York, man. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. So you're going to see a little bit of everything. You're going to see Asians, you're going to see Latinos, you're going to see Jewish people. Hasidic Jews at that, you know, curly sideburns. No disrespect, but l'chaim, shout out to y'all. But yeah, you'll see a little bit of everything here, man. So let's keep pushing, man. Have a good time. What's poppin'? So I'm in Washington Heights area right now. I just got off the shuttle from the airport, so I think I'm between like 61st and Broadway is what this is.
Shit, I don't even know. Like, I can't even tell you that. Like,
so I figured instead of going all the way to Manhattan, I could stay here because there's a whole bunch of Nepalese food. You know, I love Asian, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go across the street to this one spot. I just looked it up on YouTube. Well, not YouTube, I just looked it up on Google Maps, man. But it looks like a pretty dope ass spot to eat at, man. But as you can see, man, New York is back, baby. New York is back. There's people out, they walking, doing their thing, man. So I'm back in the city, man. As you can see, that spot across the street right there. I can't zoom in on this camera, but as you can see, I can't even pronounce that spot. It's called Gar Restaurant, but it's a Nepalese spot. We about to go over there, enjoy some food, and you know what I'm saying? Tap in, see what these Nepalese folks got to offer, man. Let's see it. All right, everybody. So I just sat down in this restaurant. This place is cool as hell, man. It's very intimate, very close seating environment, as you can see. I'll flip the camera for you guys. So yeah, it's a very unique but intimate environment. Thank you, sir. And yeah, man, it's called Nepali Banchagar is the name of this spot, man. Looks like it's good as hell, but as you can see, man, it's crowded in here, man. So the food must be good if there's this many people in this small of an area, man. Man, this is amazing, man. You know, my first time coming to New York was during COVID. So, you know, this is actually my first opportunity to be in the city, you know, post-COVID where everybody's outside, man. So, yeah, man, I'm sitting here in this Nepalese spot, man. For those of you guys who don't know, Nepal is north of India, so they have like a lot of Indian influence. but they're very unique. That's where the tallest mountain in the world is at I can't think of it right now. Mount Everest is Nepal, man. So a lot of Indian influences, and as you can see, I'll show you guys the menu. So as you can see, man, like Chinese, Indian influences. So you got chow mein, momos, which are like dumplings, pretty thick and full menu here, man. But this is what I came for, guys. Came here to try some new stuff. I'm adventurous with the palate, so I'm gonna order something here shortly, and then I'll tap back in and let you guys know how it tastes, man. See. All right, y'all. The moment of truth. So, the first thing I ordered was a goat soup. So let me go ahead and flip this around so y'all can see it, man. So it's more like it's not exactly what I expected it to be, but it's like a creamy type of soup, man. But you can see got the goat meat in there. Seems like a cream based. Got some veggies in there. Almost reminds me of like a wedding soup. Some celery in there. So yeah, man, let me go ahead and see what we hitting on, bro. Oh yeah, that's another cool thing too, man. But before I hit it, man, look at what they serve you in, man. The water. You can almost taste the mineral, flavor of the water because of the cup that they put it in, man. It's almost like a little pimp cup or a chalice. Yeah! But so far, I'm loving this restaurant, man. So yeah, they give you your own container of water. Get your own little pimp cup. Looks like it's made out of copper or copper lining. And then our goat soup. So let's see what it's hitting on. All right, wish me luck. Yeah, that's good. Just like I suspected. It's kind of like wedding soup. If you ever had wedding soup, it has that kind of flavor to it. Creamy broth base, celery, and some goat meat. Looks like maybe there's a mushroom too. Let me see. Thank you, sir. All right, and then you can also see my other food just came out too. So this is like a Nepalese bento box. If you ever been in Japan, had a bento box. So as you can see, man, this thing looks pretty fucking dope, man. You got your spicy chicken right there. I was told to be very careful because it's spicy, but you know how we get down. We love spicy. It looks like some pickled veggies, like from thali. Not sure what that is. These look like some fried beans of some sort. And then I heard that's called pounded rice. So we'll go ahead and dig into that in a few seconds too, man. So, but I'm really digging this soup though. The soup is dope. You can taste that goat meat, man. Goat meat is so good, man. It has like a unique flavor, man. I wonder why Americans don't eat much more of it, man. We're typically just cows, chicken, and pork, pigs. But yeah, goats, man. They got some pretty good, consistent meat if you know how to cook it, man. So I'm gonna move this water out the way, push this soup back, and I'm gonna move this this bento box up so you guys can see what we're getting into. Right. So here's the pounded rice. It almost reminds me of like the consistency of like it's almost like a Rice Krispie treats. Definitely a unique taste. It definitely tastes like a grain Bet you could probably put some milk in. Pretty good. So now I'm gonna try the beans. As you can see the beans at home. It's good. Definitely got some spice to it. Yeah, she wasn't playing when she said it was spicy. But I'm a spicy warrior, so I like it. But apparently Nepalese people like crunchy stuff. I really wonder what the history behind that is. I know they're like way up in the mountains. So maybe that has something to do with it. We'll figure it out. But you can see these look like little serrano peppers that they have cut up in here. Pretty good. And now, let's see what this is. Looks like a pickled tofu of some sort. Like it's marinated. Let's see what we're hitting on. Fucking awesome, man. I love acquired taste. Things that you can't typically get anywhere. I don't know anywhere else I could get that flavor. To be completely honest with you. There's nowhere else I've ever been that I can taste something like this. This is bomb. This is bomb. I love this. This is great. Now, this reminds me of thali. I've had this before, like pickled veggies. Typically, you'll get served this at an Indian restaurant. If you do like thali or dali, typically it's like vegetarian too. But this came with meat. So let me see what this pickle tastes like. Too good. Too good. So it's a crunchy consistency, but you get that pickle flavor, and has a little bite to it on the end too, so it's nice and spicy. Now, there's like a salsa in the middle. That's fucking spicy. I love it. Everything on here is spicy, man. So I'm assuming what you do is, if it gets a little bit too spicy, you come over here to the pounded rice and you chew some of that to bring some of that acidity down to get that spice off your palate. So I liken it to like what's that stuff you eat when you go to a sushi restaurant? You know, the pickled radish or whatever that is. Help cleanse your palate so that you can go back to the next dish, man. But man, if I had to rate this restaurant, man, Bancha Gar. Well, before I make a decision here, man, let me go ahead and taste a piece of this meat, man. So this is that spicy chicken. Let's see what it's hitting on. Okay, the chicken's okay. The chicken's okay. It's not the greatest I've ever had, but it blends. It blends well with what's on the plate, man. So, man, Bancha Gar, if I had to rate you guys, I give you a solid 8.7 out of 10. Solid 8.7 out of 10. It's an intimate environment. I love that. And even though it's intimate and close space, it doesn't feel crowded. It doesn't feel like we're on top of each other. You know, you can have private conversations in here. I'm in the corner by myself. Nobody's paying me any attention at all. Right? Which I think is the New York way. You know, people just mind their business. But yeah, man, intimate environment. The staff is nice. They're pretty understaffed. as well. There's really only about 3 people working in this entire restaurant on the actual, floor. But it looks like they're keeping things going. I don't see anybody looking around upset or anxious like they're, waiting too long for the food. And I'm thoroughly impressed, man. So if you guys ever come to New York and you come to the 61st stop right after the Q70 off of the airport shuttle, man. Banchagar, man, is right here under the subway. Man, this shit is too good, man. I'm gonna be talking too long. My food gonna get cold, so I'm gonna dig in, and we're gonna reconvene, back on the street once I get this done with, man. But hey, man, if you've never had Nepalese food and you're in the market to try some Nepalese food, come to New York, man. Again, like, there's so many different cultures here. There's so many different people here. They're friendly, right? And you can just learn so much from people, just by venturing outside of your comfort zone and into other people's cultures. I've tend to found that, if you're open and receptive and you actually try, then people will be receptive to you as well. And then it makes for a great experience, man. So I suggest anybody, man, come to Banchagar and get you some Nepalese food, man. This shit is banging. See y'all in a minute. All right, and there you have it, man. I just think I ate as much as I could, man. Like, I didn't finish it all. I left a lot of the grains, a lot of the pounded rice, and these beans here. Kind of left those there. I'm not really big on grains. I don't eat a lot of bread, things of that nature. But man, like I said before, man, 8.7, 8.9 out of 10. I want to give a shout out to my waiter or my waitress. She's been so helpful, and just kind of being patient with me and give me insight into what they have, man. So I think I'm good, man. Ending it off with a masala tea. And I was informed that this masala tea has ginger, cardamom, all of the, savory, natural sweetness into a tea, man. It's cold outside, so I wanted to get, something warm in my body that's not actually spicy, because, I don't know if you guys, but if I eat something really spicy, it causes my head to sweat, and then once your head sweats, it cools you down after, you get rid of that spice sensation. So I want something that's just gonna warm the inside of me up, and then I'm gonna hop on this subway. We're gonna go down to Manhattan, go to Chinatown, and then see if we can find the best sushi that we can, man. There was a conveyor belt sushi place, but it's a Kora. We've been to Kora before. You can go to any Kora on the West Coast. They got plenty of them in Los Angeles, Hawaii, different places. Seen one in Georgia as well that I used to go to all the time down in Atlanta, north of the city, like in the Duluth area. But yeah, man, I'm sitting here enjoying my masala tea. Like I said, we finna hop on the subway, go to Manhattan. What I really want to try again is sea urchin. When I was in Japan last time, I had some sea urchin, and it tastes like a cat tongue dipped in ammonia. It was fucking disgusting. So what we're gonna do is, we went to the land, of Japan. We went to Tokyo. We tried it. Wasn't too great, but my thing is, try everything at least twice, man. So we'll be tuned back in, and I'll see you guys in a moment. Peace. Alrighty. So I just left Bagagar, walking down the street, man. I am on Roosevelt and 76. And can't remember the name of this neighborhood, man, but it's a pretty dope neighborhood, man. It's like a mixture of everybody. There's so many people out here, man, different cultures. Obviously I just left a Nepalese place, so Nepal. A lot of Latinos out here. A lot of Indians. Even look like I seen some Bengali people. So what I'm on my way to do right now is I seen another spot down the road. You guys know I love my seafood, so I seen a spot down here called Joe's, man. They got fresh oysters, so I'm gonna try to go in here, see what's popping, and see what New York oysters is hitting on, man. One thing I love about this area, man, is just a hodgepodge of everything, man. You can get any and everything you want, man. They got delis, they got, taco truck stands, pretty much anything that you can think of, man. So go down the block, man. We're gonna go into the spot Joe's. I think it was a Spanish spot, man. I'm not really sure, but we'll see here in a second, man. I'll let you guys know when we get to the front. All right, what's going on, everybody? So it's been a long day, man. I've been kind of just aimlessly wandering around. There were a couple places that I wanted to go to, but I ended up not going. A few of the places that I wanted to go either had cash only or they were actually closed. I really did not know how big New York was. Like, you really cannot see this city, all of it, period, to be completely honest with you, man. Trying to see this whole city is like trying to count every grain of rice in a bag of rice. There is hundreds of thousands of different restaurants here, hundreds of thousands of different streets. These boroughs are huge. I've only been walking around the Jackson Heights area, and I literally have not even seen a quarter of this area since I've been here this morning. So, what I decided to do is just stop at this place called Pokemon. They had some poke here, but wasn't really feeling the poke. It looks kind of generic. So I just went ahead and got a mango bubble tea. So, I'm gonna go ahead and try that here shortly. If you've never had bubble tea before, it's just basically taro balls. It's like a sweet, little brown balls that they put in the bottom of the cup. And then they put a combination of the mango fruit mixed in with a smoothie. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it. So, let you guys see what this looks like. Boom. So there's your mango boba. As you can see, those little black balls at the bottom, they're absolutely amazing. And they give you this big straw here. And as you can see, it's I don't know if you can really tell, but it has a pretty large opening compared to a regular size straw, where you can suck the balls out the bottom.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Yeah, so got myself a nice mango tea or mango bubble tea. I'm just gonna chill here, for a couple. Not sure what I'm gonna do here in the near future. I know it's getting close to my departure time, so I might go somewhere else, might not. But if I do pop in somewhere else in the next couple of minutes or so, I'll definitely, film it, man. I want to say thank you to everybody who, supports the channel. Coming here and, watching me, travel and explore and do tutorials and anything else that I'm doing here. You guys showing up to the page is the reason why I continue to do it. And I really appreciate you guys, for supporting me and, being here every step of the way. Definitely make sure that you hit that like button, subscribe to the page, and also turn on the notifications for any new content that I'm going to be putting out in the future. Also, if you have any comments or concerns, definitely make sure that you comment them below. And I'll definitely be glad to get back to you guys, help you out as much as I can. And, your feedback ultimately helps me. So let's go ahead and try it, man. I haven't had a bubble tea in a long time, man. So cheers. It's pretty decent. I tend to like it to be a little bit colder. But we got some ice in here, so we'll let it soak around, marinate. This was a small, super cheap. It's like less than $4. So one thing I can say about New York in general is that there is an endless amount of substance, and it's not super expensive. You know, you can go all the way off the deep end. There were a couple sushi places that I wanted to go to until I saw the menu prices. Not really wanting to be spending, you know, $80, $100 on some sushi, you know, especially since this was just a day trip. At some later point, I may come back and you know, have the full experience, but I'd probably want to do that directly in Chinatown. You know, really didn't even make it over to Chinatown. I really didn't want to venture too far away from my shuttle to get back to the airport. You know, this Roosevelt Jackson Heights station, they have a free shuttle, as you can see that I rode here on in the beginning of this video. And just didn't want to venture too far off so that I don't get lost, because, you know, definitely anything can happen with these flights, man. You never know. So just wanted to be really close. But again, man, I want to say thank you again to everybody. You're highly appreciated. And, you know, I'll be tapping back in with you soon, man. See you shortly.